Alright everyone, today's the day we're going to be ranking every single Pet Simulator 99 update there ever was. I think there was like 60 something updates. We're going to go through and we're going to rank them all one by one, ranging from S to F. Just going to be tier list style. Now I just want to kind of real quickly just explain this stuff. S to F should be self-explanatory. If you've ever seen one of these before, it should be pretty self-explanatory. But you're probably wondering what this tier is down here, the DNP tier. All this is it's basically just the updates that I didn't play and I don't feel I have enough knowledge to rank. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw in the updates that I did not play into this tier right now. So such as I didn't really play this update right here, this sad cat update or whatever. I didn't really play this update. I definitely didn't play this update. I don't know why these games popped off, like the wait in line ones. Definitely did not play that update. Did not play the Easter Part 2 update really. And I think pretty much all the other ones, like there's some like in the middle I didn't really play. I didn't really play these two as well, Olympus World or the second Halloween event. I really didn't play those. But other than that, that's pretty much all the updates that I really didn't play. So every single one of these updates in here that I didn't put in this tier, I have played enough to accurately rank. I guarantee I'm going to offend some people in this video, but you know what? I really don't care. I'm just going to speak from the heart and I'm going to say exactly what I think about every single one of these updates. Let's go ahead and get straight into it. We're starting off strong with the first update here. And I'm going to be looking at the Pet Simulator wiki or whatever, just in case I forget some stuff. So if I'm not wrong, the first update was just like some new areas, some new pets. It wasn't anything too crazy, just kind of was like an expansion. It wasn't too memorable of an update. I don't think, it's anything revolutionary, definitely not. They've done much better stuff before in the past. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw this update in C tier. It's middle of the road. It's not terrible, but it's not good. It's just a middle of the road update. Next up, we have the Christmas update of 2023. And this one was pretty cool. I mean, we got some new areas as well. We got like, I don't even know how many new areas we got, like maybe another 8 or 9 new areas, something like that. And it was all just winter themed stuff. And we got some Christmas event stuff. Like I think we got an advent calendar. I think we got like presents or something like that for Titanic's, the first like Titanic Christmas present, I'm pretty sure we got in this update. So it was a pretty cool update. It's a little bit better than the first update we got. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this update in B tier. I'm going to throw it in B tier, just because I think it's basically what the first update was, just slightly better, and it has some more event features. I kind of wish that it was a real like world event though, but we'll take what we can get. Now here we have the Christmas Part 2 update for 2023. Now this one, I'm going to go ahead and just real quickly throw this one in C tier. I don't have much to say about this other than it's just a continuation of the first update, just not as good. There really wasn't any new features that were added in this. There's nothing of value that was really added here. So again, I'm just going to throw it in C tier. It's kind of like middle of the road. All right, now moving on to the New Year's update. This is when I think like a non-regular update schedule was announced for the first time. This is when it was announced right here, was in this update. So that already kills some points for me right there. But again, not really too much to look for in this update. There was just, again, some new areas, and that pretty much was it, which is why I'm just going to throw this in the C tier. So far we have a lot of C tier updates, and then we just have one B tier update. But it does get a lot better really quickly here, because the next update is the Heaven update. Now, by the way, so far we've gone in order, but we are going to kind of skip around and bounce out of order a little bit here. That's just how the images were. But next up, we have the Heaven update. This update was the first update. They took 3 weeks to make. And oh my god, this update was really good. This is an S tier update if I've ever seen it before. I mean, we got like 25 areas, a bunch of new features, and it ended off World 1. And it gave us a teaser for the Tech World, which was really cool. Obvious S tier update right here. And now speaking of that, next up we have the Tech World update. This took forever to come out. It took 4 or 5 weeks to come out. Was it worth it? I don't know if it was worth waiting 5 weeks for it, but it was a very good update. Yet another S tier update in the books right here. We got Tech World back, and it was really, really cool to see the, I guess, the reincarnation of Tech World in Pet Simulator 99. So yes, this was a good update here. I will put it in S tier. Next update we have on the list, I think, is called the Electric update. It just expanded the Tech World, and this one was like kind of a little bit controversial because in this one there was like a huge like bug or whatever with like how easy this like certain huge pet was to get. It's actually the one that's on the cover. Like this huge pet was like very, very easy to get. There's like a bug with that, and it was a little bit like controversial, stuff like that. I personally liked the update. I didn't think it was as good as some of the other ones, but again, it's a really, really big update, so it can't be terrible. So I'm just gonna go ahead and throw it in the A tier. It is a really solid update. Alright, now here's where the cancellation begins. We have the Deep Backrooms update. I hated the Backrooms updates. They sucked. They were terrible. I don't know why so many people liked the Backrooms updates. They suck, alright? I don't get why people like running around in circles just through these different weird little rooms just to find a 5x huge chance egg. Like, just give me the 100x. Let me grind regularly in the game for a little bit for the 100x. Don't make me walk through this huge maze to get to my 100x egg. Awful update. F tier for sure. And the cancellation continues with the prison update. I really liked it, alright? It was the introduction of the Void again. It was the reincarnation of the Void. I really liked it, okay? It was a good update. I don't care what anyone says. This is an A tier update. I don't care what anyone says. It only had 3 or 4 areas, but still, very, very solid update. Now things take a turn for the worst again. We have this update here, the police update, which is the part 2 of the prison world. And this one was, I don't really know. It was not that good. It just had this new little secret area with a new little huge pet, stuff like that. Not really much going on here. I'll give this update a D tier. Not the worst, but, you know, obviously way far off from the best update. Next up, we have the Obby World. And the Obby World's a fun one because this one, you know, summer was starting to kick off. Everyone's like getting out of school and stuff like that. And the vibes are just good overall. The, you know, and the like landscape or whatever of this world as well was really, really cool to navigate through and stuff like that. And we got like summer gifts to grind for and stuff too. So there was a handful of things to do in this update, which is why I'm going to give this update a B tier. Pretty good update. Next up, we have the Hacker World update, and this one was basically just the Obby World, but slightly worse. The landscape of the world was not bad. It was a pretty cool landscape, I would say, but just as far as stuff to do, there wasn't as much to do. They kind of just had like the hacker keys and stuff like that, but it wasn't as fun. And the vibes weren't as good as the Obby update or the Beach Obby World update. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this update a C tier. Next up, we have the Virus update, aka the part 2 of Hacker World. This update was not good. It just introduced these new weird boss chests that you had to stop AFKing for to go get, and they weren't even worth it. They would just give you like a 3x huge egg, and it wasn't worth it at all, right? To stop AFKing, you just should have sat on the eggs and kept going for the active huges. It would have been way better for you. I'm gonna go ahead and give this update a D. Wasn't terrible, but you know, it's whatever. Here's where the cancellation continues. Angels and Demons update, or I don't even know what this was. This Good versus Evil, Angels versus Demons? Oh no, yeah, no, Angels versus Demons was the second one, which will be coming up in a second here. But it's Good versus Evil. I was not really impressed with this update, if I'm being completely honest. I wasn't super impressed. I kind of liked the concept of good and evil and stuff like that. That was low-key, like, not too bad of a concept, and I see what they tried to do there, but at the end of the day, it was kind of just like a run-of-the-mill event update, so I'm going to go ahead and throw this one in C, middle of the road. Now we have the Angels and Demons update, which is the part 2 of Good and Evil. This one is slightly better. I'm going to put it in the B tier. It's slightly better just because we had the gem huge pet and there was slightly more things to do in it. But that's only reason why it's going above the first one. Cancellation is continuing here with the Rave event. I'm going to say it right now. This is one of the best events they've ever done in the entirety of the game. It was really, really good. I loved the Tiles minigame. It was super, super fun to play on the Tiles minigame and stuff like that. And yeah, I really don't know what else to say about it. It's just a really, really good event. A tier update for sure. Now, the part 2 of the rave event, though, I can't really say the same about. I think this one was when we got like upgrades and stuff like that, and it was just like whatever, it doesn't really matter. Just another run of the mill update. I'll put this one in C tier. Rave part 2 will go into C tier. Millionaire World. This one is a solid update as well. Like, a lot of these updates in here, you'll notice, are like relatively solid. Like, they can make some good updates in here, but then there's some that just do not hit, like the back rooms. Millionaire World was not bad though. It introduced Millionaire Bucks. It introduced the like race clan battle or whatever, like to get the like turtle at the end of the thing. Like, you had to pick like which door or whatever was like the safe one, and then you just had to get to the end for a huge pet. That one was a really cool concept. I kind of like that. And then just overall, aesthetic of the world too was really, really good. So Millionaire World, I'm gonna go ahead and throw in the B tier. Pretty cool update. Next up, we have the first part of the Dino Tycoon update, which was packaged with SpongeBob on the front because it was the SpongeBob exclusive egg. I did not like the SpongeBob exclusive egg, alright? It looked like shit. I don't know why they tried to integrate SpongeBob into Pet Simulator. It did not work really well. I'm sorry. But as far as the actual content of the update, not bad. We had some good Tycoon progression here. I didn't know they could make a Tycoon that good, but, they did, and it was really solid. So I'm going to give it a B tier. But SpongeBob, bro. Come on, look at him, bro. Next up, we have Dino Tycoon Part 2. This one was, I think, packaged in like a way. I think like the main thing was like you had like a lab or whatever. You could like expand the Tycoon and make like a lab, and then also there was rebirths in it. Whenever rebirths come into anything, it just automatically brings some points down because that's just so corny to have rebirths in a game. It's so corny. It's just like you're trying to get replayability like so bad, and this is the only thing you could think of. Like, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't I don't know about this. I'm gonna put this one in D tier. I can't. Okay, this is probably like one of my hottest takes out of the entire video here, but we have the RNG event next. And this one, literally the most controversial update in the entirety of Pet Simulator 99. But if I'm being completely honest with you, it's probably one of, if not the best updates the game has ever released. It was one of the most fun things in the entirety of Pet Simulator 99. And I normally don't like these trend games, like the Grow a Garden trend right now. I don't like that. I didn't like the Stand in Line games. I didn't like the RNG games. But somehow when Pet Simulator like copies these games and they do it, they actually do it really good. And they make the concept more fun. And this was a perfect execution of that. So RNG event, it's going S, bro. I don't care. It's going S tier. F all of you, alright? F all of you. Same with RNG Part 2. It was literally the same thing as the RNG Part 1, just again with more huge pets, and it was awesome. S tier. Alright, now we're going to Kawaii World, and Kawaii World was like a little bit of a step down from some of the other worlds that we've gotten inside of the Void World. It was like just alright. It wasn't anything crazy, it was just alright, and it was nothing really too big to write home about. I don't think there was any real big features in it that were like standing out or anything. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give this update a C tier. Next up, we have the Color War. I did not like the Color War. The Color War was very, very boring. This was like around the time where like Pet Simulator was doing events, like a ton of events, and it was just boring. It was not fun. It was just boring. That's all I can really say. I'm gonna give Color War a D. I'm gonna give it a D. The only reason why I'm not giving it an F is just because I like the concept of everyone being on a different team, everyone having a different color. That's the only thing I really liked about this update. Everything else, just D tier. Next up, we have Elemental World. Now, this goes completely, it turns the tables right around because we go from a D tier update all the way up to an A tier update. This update is an A tier just because of its concept. Now, I know it's just Pokemon, whatever. I don't give a shit. It's fun, okay? I really do not give a shit if it's a stolen concept. It's fun. I liked playing it. So therefore, I'm giving it an A tier. Next up, we have the Halloween event, and it's okay. You know, it was better than when they just copy and pasted the events in Pet Simulator X, like the past Halloween events in Pet Simulator X. It was a lot better than that because we actually got new features. But again, I don't like it because they reintroduced the back rooms, and that was one of the ways you could get one of the huge pets. It was not fun. It was not fun to have to do that. So I'm just going to put this update in the C tier. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. Stand in line for a huge pet is next, and I've already said my thoughts on these types of games. This is the one time where they failed to make this part actually fun, like the concept of trend games. This is the one time where they failed to make it fun. All you do is stand in a line. What the fuck are we doing here? F tier update. This sucked. Now we're flipping the tables right back around again because we have the Combine-O-Matic. Combine-O-Matic is one of the easiest S tiers I've given. Here's why. Alright, it was like revolutionary for people who hadn't gotten a lot of huge pets yet. It was really, really solid for people who hadn't done that yet because a lot of people at the time were looking to get their first huge pet and they just couldn't do it. This was the update for them. And I know they nerfed it, which might bring it down to like A tier for some people, but still, even the concept just itself, whenever there's a Combine-O-Matic in any update, it's always going to be a pretty solid update. It's always going to be pretty solid. So this one, though, the first installation of the Combine-O-Matic is definitely the best, though. So I'm giving this one an S tier. Easy S tier for this one. Next up, we have the Anniversary Gift update. That's literally what it's called on the developer blog page. But this is just Autumn Part 2, or Combine-O-Matic Part 2. And again, it's pretty good. It's just a refresh of the Combine-O-Matic. It's whatever, it's still pretty good. It's actually really good still for huge pets. So I'm going to give it an A tier for that reason. Next up, we have the Secret Santa update. And this one was just a delight. I mean, you could send off huge pets to other people. It was just all good moods, good vibes, or whatever, and a big step up from the previous year's Christmas event. So I got to give this update an A tier. Then following it right up with the Titanic Gift update. Slightly worse than the Secret Santa update, but you know what? It doesn't matter. It's still a really good update, and any updates kind of around like the Christmas time or whatever for Pet Simulator 99 or just any Pet Simulator games, they're always good. They're always pretty good. Next up, we have the Gargantuan update. This is when they added Gargantuans into the game, and this one was just kind of like okay, like it's not terrible. It was just kind of okay. And then we got the concept of Gargantuan pets, which I guess I don't even really know why they added Gargantuan pets. We might even get a new tier of pet this year. Like, there's no way, like, I don't even know how they're going to make pets bigger than Gargantuan. Like, how are they going to do that? They're going to find some way to do it, though. Watch, they're going to find some way to do it. But, this one, as far as the actual content, it was okay. I'll give it a C. Next up, we have the Grinch Takeover event. What the was this event? I don't know what they did here, but they sold the bag on this one. They sold the bag on this Christmas update. This update was very bad. It was very bad. I'm giving this an F tier. It was absolutely terrible, and I didn't even play it that much because it was that bad. Next up, we have the Doodle Battle update, and this one, I don't even know if this was the first Doodle update. I think it was the first Doodle update, and the only Doodle update for Doodle World and the Void World and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure this is the only one. But this one, again, I'm just going to give it a C tier. I'm giving a lot of these updates C tier because they're kind of just run-of-the-mill, like, just add some new areas, add some new pets, maybe like one new feature in there. But the only ones that I'm really giving, like, B and above are the ones that actually have some solid features, good vibes, and all that stuff. I just didn't really get that with this one. I was excited that Doodle World was coming back, but I just didn't really get it with this update. So I'm giving it a C tier. Next up is the Pet Games update. This is also controversial. I didn't like this update. Pet Games sucked, all right? It was not good. And I didn't even rank the Pet Games Part 2. I didn't even play that one. So I'm just going to put that in did not play. But yeah, the first one I did play, the first part, and it was not really good. It wasn't really good. It just kind of felt like a marketing tactic to get the game out there further because Squid Game Season 2 had came out, and it really just seemed like a cop-out. So I'm going to put this one in D tier. Next up, we have the Cannon Tycoon event, and the Cannon Tycoon event was not bad, not good. Another one of those updates that was like not bad, not good. and this is the like part where we actually are getting into like the sea of just all events here. We've been in this event like area for forever now. We've been in this constant cycle of events. There's so many events that this game has done, and they keep doing them too. They do have the fantasy world that they're expanding on now, but still like way too many events. I don't know what they're doing, but canon event, I'm just gonna give it a C. And then same thing with the part 2. It wasn't bad, it wasn't good. I'm just gonna give it a C tier. Next up, we have the Valentine's Tower update. I really liked this one. Valentine's Tower was really cool concept. It was one of their best concepts, I think, for an event ever, which is why I'm going to give it an A. It was a really good concept, and you can make a bunch of gems. You could get huge pets pretty easily on this. Same thing with the part 2. Part 2, I'm just going to go a little bit lower just because there wasn't too much in it. But both of these updates were actually pretty good. Next up, we have the Trading Cards update. And this, again, is a really cool concept. It's a really good concept, but I don't know. Like, it was something about grinding this update that just wasn't really that fun. There was something about it I just didn't really like too much, and there's no point in even having these in the game now. Like, I know people trade them, but like they don't do anything. I don't know. I really never get why they added these into the game. It's kind of whatever though. I'll just give it a C tier, and then as far as the part 2, that's probably like a D tier for me. Nothing new was added, or nothing really good enough was added for me in that one. So yeah, I'm gonna do D tier on that one. Next up, we have the Lucky Raid update. This one is when this channel, when you're watching on right now, was actually starting to pop off. And that's already some points for me right there. That's already some plus points. But as far as the actual update, really good, and it was fun to go and try and find the best methods to actually get through the raids and stuff like that. And you could get a lot of huge pets and stuff like that, and a lot of gems. And yeah, it was just overall a really good update. I'm going to give this one a tier. Next up, we have Easter Part 1. And Easter Part 1, because I'm just going to throw this one straight in A tier, and the reason why is not because of the actual content. The actual content of the update was like okay, probably like C tier if we're going off of like actual content in the update. The reason why it's A tier though is just because of the free huge pet and the fact that so many people got their first huge pet ever. That's just such a cool thing to see, so that's why I'm putting it in A tier. They got to do more of these free huge pet events. This is the only one they've done so far. They got to do like another one this summer or something like that. Next up, we have the Fishing Frenzy update, or the Fishing World. Now, the Fishing World was pretty cool. I think it was a pretty cool update. It wasn't anything too crazy. It kind of just expanded on the little fishing area that we already had in World 1. But it's not bad, obviously, and you could get some cool huge pets and stuff like that. There's leaderboards, you can compete with people, and this is where they kind of found the formula of like getting leaderboards in the game and like giving out rewards for leaderboards. So this is a good update for that. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in the B tier, and this also kicked off them making entire games in a game for an update, which I actually really like the concept of that. I used to be like a huge Roblox developer, and this was always something that I kind of wanted to do. Might still do it in the future, but like, yeah, a game inside of a game. Love the concept. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a B tier. Now we have the Fantasy World, and the Fantasy World was probably the least hyped world in the entirety of like this game or whatever. That wasn't like a Void World. It was the least hyped. It wasn't too bad though. It wasn't too bad of a world. I do like the fact that they brought this back from Pet Simulator X. I like the fact the Fantasy World came back from Pet Simulator X, and I was very excited to see it. It ended up turning out pretty good too, and they keep adding areas in it too, which is fun. It's just I find that a lot of people don't really play it just because of the other updates that they've been doing, just the events that they've been doing, games in a game, So it kind of ruins it just a little bit, but still, I'm going to give it B tier. Now we finally kind of went back in time here. I don't know what happened with all of these here, but we kind of went back in time, and now we're at the Backrooms update, the original Backrooms update, and I think you know exactly where that update's going. I'm sorry, okay? I don't like the Backrooms. All of you. Next up, we have the Ninja update, I think is what this is called. This is another Tech World update. It wasn't really anything too crazy, but it was a 25 area update, and all those are pretty good. So I'm going to give it a B tier. Next up, we have the glitched update. This is when they announced weekly updates again, and this was the end of the tech world. Really, really good update. And I think we had like a clan battle with like the glitched gifts and stuff too. Those were fun to grind. We're going to give that an A tier. Next up, we have the Lucky Raid bosses. And this one was the part 2 to the Lucky Raid. And it's just a tier below it, just because it basically just added a little bit. You know, it low-key was kind of solid for like people that were like getting their first Titanics and stuff like that. Like I heard it was pretty solid for actually getting a Titanic for the first time. So that's why I'm putting it in the B tier, but then it was also good for huge pets and stuff like that. So really a lot of these updates that are like good for huge pets, I'm putting pretty high up because obviously like a lot of people are looking for their first huge pet. And as long as there's an update where people can get a bunch of huge pets, it's going to be pretty good. Next up, we have the mining update. The mining update started out really it was terrible when the mining update first came out. But after doing buffs and stuff like that, it became pretty fun. It became pretty fun after that. So I'm going to put it in B tier because of that. And just a Combine-O-Matic mention as well. The Combine-O-Matic came back for this update. Very solid. Next up, we have the Mining Enchants update, which is the Mining Part 2 update. This one is just a tier below it just because it was literally a direct copy of the first mining update. It was literally a direct copy. And the huges were still harder to get. Like they really didn't do much buffing in this one, so that's why I put it at C tier. And the enchants were kind of just like whatever. It was not too fun of a concept. Next up, we have the Slime Tycoon, or whatever I think is what it was called, the Slime Tycoon. And I'm just gonna rank both of these at the same time. Both of them are D tier. They're both not really good. It was just like a regular tycoon, and it didn't really have anything. It was basically just the cannon event, but worse. I don't know. All right, and now we are getting down to the bottom here. We only have 4 more updates to rank. So starting with the Grow an Egg update. Now, I said at the beginning of this video, I don't like Grow a Garden. I never will play it on this channel. It's just a game I don't like. All right, and I can't respect it even though it's the most popular game of all time now. I just can't respect it. It's so stupid to me. It's such a stupid game. But again, PetSim took their tactic or whatever of refining trend games and then making them better and putting their own spin onto it. And this update was phenomenal. It was really, really good. I actually really liked it. I kind of sound hypocritical saying it, but I really, really liked it. I'm going to give it an A tier. I don't give a shit. Now, the part 2 was also not bad, but it's just a tier below because they didn't really add too much in it. You know, I feel like I've been doing this pretty much the whole time I've been ranking this tier list. Pretty much the original update, when they bring the new concept in, is always a tier above the part 2 that follows it, because the part 2 normally doesn't offer too much. But because it's still that same concept, still pretty high up on the board, so B tier. Next up, we have the basketball update, the previous event. And both of these were not bad. Both of these updates were not bad. But I really kind of wish that this was a permanent thing or whatever. It brought back the yeet concept, like the yeet a friend type of thing that they stole all the way like those years back or whatever. Big games stole from Pet Simulator like X and stuff like that. They put it into Pet Simulator X, stole from yeet a friend like all those years ago. But still doesn't matter. It's a good concept. So I'm going to give the basketball update a B tier. And then as far as the part 2, didn't really offer too much. I'm going to give it a C tier. And I don't have the tower defense update, but if I were to rank that, that would be an F tier because I don't like tower defense games. But this right here is my completed tier list for all of the Pet Simulator 99 updates. This took a while to rank, so if you did enjoy this video, I would highly appreciate if you liked and subscribed, turn on post notifications. My voice is tired now from screaming about why virtual pets and stuff like that suck. So, you know, if you just do me that favor, then that'd be great. But yeah, here's the full tier list. And yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you all in the next one. See ya.